Aunt Gina, happy birthday! I needed to go to school, but before I leave, I want to show you a clip of my dad and Uncle Peter.
So it's October 6th, Sunday, and this is a special month because it's a birthday month for my older sister.
Yeah, Gina, happy birthday. We're John and I are here at San Onofre with Bonnie and Susan and Riley, just kind of enjoying the day. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Fun day to surf, enjoying some beer and some sandwiches, and we just thought we'd put together a little happy birthday video for you and some memories, and you kind of walk down memory lane and, remember all the good stuff.
I don't know how many years. I'm in my 60s. She must be... Is she in her 70s yet? It's old. Whatever it is, it's old. My earliest recollection is swimming at Pablo's with everybody, and I remember her trying to dive. What is your earliest recollection of Gina?
One of my earliest recollections of Gina actually was coming back from Pablo's house when we were in LA and riding on the back of her red Schwinn, sitting on the back fender. Oh, ouch. Still hurts just thinking of it. Because the fender wasn't round, it was kind of pointed. And coming back along St. Charles Place, and I think at one point I got my foot stuck in the spokes and took a header, but it didn't help at all. But, oh man, you had to kind of go with the tight cheek thing so that fender wouldn't, find that spot. You think there was a lesson in that?
Yeah. Whenever somebody wants to get that part of you, stay away.
Yes.
Yeah. Being so many in the family, she filled in for Mom quite a bit. And, feeding us. I can remember the bonbons we always looked forward to. But do you remember the special salmon casserole that she made?
All I could think of was, you don't need to eat anything that's pink. I mean, come on. I mean, we was not going to eat something that was pink at that point. I mean, that was about on the par with one of Geneva's meatloafs, with the egg in the middle. Do you remember that? No thanks. No. Salmon, yes. The casserole, I do remember her making a cheesecake, though. And doing that thing with a knife, remember that?
Now, she wasn't around that much. She had the middle room with Barbara, and then she just kind of disappeared, Milwaukee or something, and came back with a bunch of kids, As a matter of fact, speaking of her kids, I know she likes to think that Christina has a lot of her in her, and she does, but I think if you crystallize Gina, really, it's David.
Oh, it's David.
They both have very...
David is more like the essence of Gina.
Firm convictions. They really stick to their guns and how they feel and think about it.
Firm convictions?
Yeah.
I like that. That's a nice way of saying stubborn.
Wow. You said that, not me. Actually, Gina did come in handy. She did help me and tutored me quite a bit.
And you needed it.
Well, I did. I had to struggle reading, and she would sit with us, or with me, before we could go swimming at the tasks. Remember that? We weren't allowed to go swimming until my homework was done with Johnny. It was a summer.
Walter Trask. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they had plum trees out in the back. I remember that. Yeah, that was good.
And in the little pool area where they had tools, they had these brand new spray cans of spray paint. I didn't know what the hell it was, but Walter told me it was for the birds. So I thought, what's the relationship between birds and this? I had no clue, but I guess it was for the birds, It
was for the birds. Oh, that's for the birds.
All right. Any closing thoughts?
I do have a couple of visions or memories of Gina in Pasadena, because we moved to Pasadena and she was there just for a couple of years, and then she was off to Gonzaga and Milwaukee and gone, and then came back with kids. But there's a picture I have of her you'd come up the stairway, and to the right was Chino's room, and then you continued towards the master, and to the left was Chino's room. Chino was in there with Barbara. And I had this very distinct picture of seeing China. She's laying prone on her bed reading a book. And that was her pose, if you will. I mean, I remember...
Or escape.
Or escape. But that was her thing. She'd get up there and she'd just bury herself into this book. And the other one was, we'd get home from school. We'd want to turn on the TV, and you and I were living in the sewing room. Originally, you and I lived in the sewing room together, and right outside was the TV. So we'd want to go watch TV and whatever was on after school. And she'd come out in her Mayfield dress or skirt or whatever the heck it is, a plaid thing, and stand and spread it out and go, "Is your homework done? Is your homework done?" Those are the two Pasadena memories. But
Well, listen, happy birthday, China, and many more. You're leading the charge, and we love you. Happy birthday.
happy birthday, China. Love you a lot.
Well, Aunt China, you just went down memory lane with those goofballs. Have a happy birthday, and we'll see you Christmas.